morning, Brandcliff House. Last week we began a discussion on the 16 habits of mind, which was a set of positive behaviors that we can practice to deal with our problems and challenges in a more mindful way. We started off with the habit of lifelong learning. Today we're going to look at another habit of mind that is extremely relevant in this day and age, and that is the habit of listening. Not just listening in isolation, but listening with understanding and listening with empathy. Now, listening is the easy part, you're doing it right now, but listening with understanding and listening with empathy is the real challenge. Empathy is your ability to understand someone's feelings and to share those feelings and emotions. And it's very different to sympathy, which is just feeling sorry for someone. And you might think, well, this sounds very simple because we have quite a lot of experience listening. We listen all the time. I listen when you talk, I listen to the TV, I listen to my teachers, I listen to my parents, I listen to my friends and my colleagues all the time. But I think how hard it is to listen to somebody speak about their problems, their feelings, their emotions, even for just a few minutes. We often interrupt halfway through, we get bored, we give them unsolicited advice, which is advice that no one asked for. We judge them, we get annoyed with them, and then we also try to hurry them through what they're trying to say so that we can get on with our lives. And even worse, we often will steal the show and we'll just make it about ourselves and start telling stories about our own challenges. And even though we then think we have listened, all we've been doing is thinking of what we're going to say next, and we've been thinking judgmental things about the person. We've been trying to get them to hurry up and finish their story. This leaves the other person feeling angry and feeling annoyed and definitely not feeling understood, and they often will simply stop sharing with us. Now, Gregorio Encina from the University of California wrote that effective listening skills, or listening with understanding and empathy, are like a canal. Now, a canal is a massive feat of engineering that allows ships and boats to pass between different bodies of water. And there are these massive lock gates that will close behind a ship, and water level is then raised or lowered until the water level is the same on either side of the lock gate, and then the lock gate can open and the ship can pass through into the next lock compartment. And the ship can only move on when the water level is equal on either side of the gate. Now, the water level on each side of these lock gates can often be very unequal, and one side can be a lot higher than the other. When you are interacting with somebody in a conflict situation, or perhaps somebody has some severe emotional wounds, it's very much like this massive buildup of water pressure behind one of these lock gates in a canal. And if you suddenly were to open that lock gate, there would be a massive flow of water out of that gate, and it would all be in one direction. It would be uncontrollable. Now, at the same time, the person who has these emotional wounds, they also need their release. And the water will just be in one flow. There's not much we can then do or should do to stop that flow of water. So a person in this situation is not willing to think about the challenges and try and solve things rationally. They're also not willing to listen to your suggestions or your great advice at that point. So as you practice, and as we practice listening with empathy and understanding, we must understand that our role is to help the other person let the water out. And let the water flood out in an uncontrollable way without us trying to close the gates. And only then, when the water levels are equalized, can we actually have this flow of water between the gates. And the role of us as listeners is to help to empty these large reservoirs that people have of emotion, anger, their stress, their anxiety, and their frustration, other negative feelings, until the other person can see more clearly. And not until then can either side see the perspective or meet the needs of the other side. And Gregorio Encina wrote that perhaps you should think of listening as first aid. Now, when people have deep or very personal things that they want to discuss, we can also compare that to an iceberg, where only an eighth of the iceberg sticks up or is above the water, and then the vast majority lurks below, buried beneath the water. So when we interrupt people, we judge them when they're talking to us. We say, oh, don't worry so much, it's fine. When we become annoyed with them, when we suggest solutions without actually understanding their problem, we show that person that they cannot actually trust us with their underlying feelings, and therefore we can never actually truly understand that person or empathize with them. So listening with empathy and understanding, like the other habits of mind, takes practice. And it's very difficult. It requires a lot of patience and strength to listen with empathy and understanding. But like all the habits, if we practice it regularly, we can get better at it. So the next time that somebody talks to you, think to yourself, am I really listening? Or am I just waiting for my turn to speak? Because as the Dalai Lama said, when you talk, you're just repeating what you know. But when you listen, you learn something new. Thank you very much.